you know, that can only hurt the other team. There you go. Appreciate it, Martin. That can only help the Cougars at good field.
The Cougars got the ball 4 times. They picked up 6 first downs. The big trouble is they got flagged 7 times for yards. And on that one drive, they gave the Bobcats 3 opportunities by giving them 30 yards on 2 personal fouls. That brought the numbers high. Bobcats weren't able to take advantage of those flags and weren't able to score. They turned the ball over twice on downs. They went for it on 4th down, came up short. Both times they were to move the ball once again. On this side, the Bobcats took the ball for 4 times. They picked up 9 first downs, but can't manage to get that big play in to keep the drive going. So they've been flagged twice for 120 yards. Like I said, the big thing is Cougar flags 7 times for 70 yards. We have one more half of football here at Edinburg Stadium. Once again, I'm Doris Salinas, Paul Osbury, Eddie Cantu joining us here with the stats. So it's going to be third quarter starting up, and this time it'll be the Bobcats receiving to open up the third quarter. The Cougars are kicking from the south side. And the Bobcats will be taking it.
I'll talk to both coaches, Donnie. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, okay, a smooth approach. He kicks it high, not very far. It's going to go out of bounds. Well, he returned it, but I just cannot. Okay, so what happened was the Bobcat defender, a returner, caught it. His momentum took him right out of bounds. Just let it go out of bounds. But he didn't. Going to start at the 35, 30-yard line. Now they're going to start at their own. Yes. 50, I throw my pin, but I don't have a pin line. I'm joking here. Use it. I'm talking. No, I don't need it, Pablo. I'm sorry, man. But once again, it'll be Bobcat first down. We got 12 minutes left in the third quarter. We're going to start the third quarter. It's Cougars 7, Bobcat 0. They're starting at their own 14-yard line. Trips left, split right. Diaz in the backfield with Marez. They hand it out to Marez. He's going to go to the left side. He had some blocking, but he needed to turn the field. He never got a chance. Maybe a loss of 1. Loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11 coming up. Halftime scored. We got the Sabercats 28. Diamondback from the Chevrolet area 7. Raiders 7, Wolverines 10. Bulldogs 28, Warriors 0 yards. And on that one drive, they gave the Bobcats 3 opportunities by giving them 30 yards on 2 personal fouls. From San Benito 3. Trips right, split left. As the Bobcats received the audible from coach over there, Diaz in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Marez. He's got a little bit of room on the right side. He's going to walk down by that defensive end again. That's a defensive end the quarterback's supposed to read. He went and attacked the running back, don't it? Quarterback should pull it out, keep it himself, but he hasn't been doing that, and I don't know why. All right, starting 6 coming up, pick up a 5 yards. Pablo, how do you like these scores came from the stats guy? Que más quieres? Yeah, stats like this, don't it? Yeah. Que más quieres? Que más quieres? He's got everything. Mr. Todo. All right, here we go. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Bobcats. First percentage of the second half. They're down 7-0 to the Cougars. Twins right, Twins left. Shotgun. It's going to be a pass. As he throws at the middle into a crowd. Nobody's expecting it. The Bobcats, the most surprised guys on the field with the receiver where the ball was intended to. He's going to be tackled at the 6. Interception, Cougars. Down to 6. Football, and they take it all the way down to the 7 or 6 yard line. Ball. And I'll analyze that for you. They intercepted the ball and actually took about 3 seconds before the receivers realized that the ball had been thrown, but it had been intercepted. Well, for starters, both receivers ran to the exact same spot. One guy could have covered 2 receivers for the Bobcats, and then neither of the Bobcat guys were expecting the ball. I don't have any explanation for it, as that was a very easy pick and run for the Cougars, and the Bobcats have to put themselves in the hole, down 7-0. All right, they're down 7-0, and it's 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for the Cougars. They've yet to get the first time they're going to get the ball, Paulo, and they have a whole 7 yards to go. Cougars 3 running back set and hand out to Whitesides as he cuts it back up the middle. Nothing doing, maybe a gain of 1 at 2 yards at the 5-yard line, Paulo. I did talk to Coach Sines to confirm the Whitesides not at 100%. He got a low tire. I think there's something wrong with his ankle. that he is not running as hard as usual tonight. Even Whiteside's at 85% is pretty good.
Yes, sir. So it's going to pick up 2 yards. It'll be second and goal from the 5-yard line. We're under 10 minutes left in the third quarter. It's the Edinburg North Cougars 7, Bobcats 0. Cougars knocking on the door.
Joe De La Garza in at fullback. It's for blocking. Whiteside bounces outside, and he's in. Touchdown, Cougars!
Well, with only 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 10 seconds into the third quarter. Cougars intercept the ball at about the 34-yard line, take it all the way down to the 7. 2 plays later, it's Whiteside into the end zone. So with 9:50 left in the third, it is now Cougars 13, Bobcats 0. We're waiting for the point after. Pablo, take us through it.
99, Sam
Diego Sanchez setting up for the count. I'm still a little bit shocked on that pass play, don't it?
By number 1, Diego Sanchez.
Diego Sanchez is a good hold, good snap, looks like a good kick. Extra point, Cougars! Doing it again on that last play that it was intercepted. Both Bobcat wide receivers ran to the exact same spot. Okay, that can never be good. Even worse was they were not expecting the ball.
Wow.
And so why would the quarterback, a total miscommunication, not a very well-designed play. Someone was not on the same page, and it resulted in a pick, and now a second score for the Cougars.
Yeah. So they scored their first drive in the first quarter. On their first drive, it only took them, I believe it was 2 minutes, 59 seconds to get into the end zone the first time. This time, 2 minutes, 10 seconds?
10 seconds.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to get their second score in the third quarter. So both times they've gotten the ball on the first possession of the game and first possession of the half. They've taken it for 7 points. It's 14-0 right now. Edinburg North Cougars over the Edinburg Bobcats. Pablo? I mean, and we talked about it yesterday about, staying in the game and being close enough and all this. They're only down 7, but with 2 plays into the third quarter by the Cougars, they're down 14.
I did talk to Coach Escobar, and the Bobcats came out of the halftime very excited. But this has got to be a totally take the wind out of yourselves at this point, as quick score is very deflating coming out of the half.
All right, we'll see what's going to happen.
High, relatively short kick, and no one's going to return it. Caught back on his heels, number 5, Murillo, as he breaks free, nowhere to go, really, down at the 21. As that ball was kind of kicked in between people. It's kind of like volleyball. Mine. Nobody called it, you know what I mean?
So he's maybe ran it back from about 3 or 4 yards after turning opposite side that he started off with. So we'll pick up maybe 4 yards after the catch, after he received the kickoff. So they're going to be starting at their own 21-yard line. Second time the Bobcats are touching the ball in this second half. So it'll be 9:45 left. It's first and 10 for the Bobcats. Ball at the 21-yard line.
Cougars in a 3-4 defense. Looks like they're set up in a cover 3. That means they got an extra man in the box. I mean, they don't quite respect the pass as much, don't it? And they have an extra guy in the box to protect against the run. All right. That's what's going on right now. And it's going to be a rollout. He may keep it himself, and he does. He saw a little bit of daylight. As Diaz, it was a quarterback keeper to the left, maybe a gain of 3.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up. Ball at the 24, and we are under 9.5 left in the third quarter. Still Cougars over the Bobcats. Now it's 14-0.
As Diaz kept it himself for a quarterback keeper to the left, trips right, split left.
And stats guy, it's Kansas City Royals 4, Kansas City. Yeah, Royals, and they're over the Orioles of Baltimore by 4-1.
They're naming streets over there just after their playoff win. And a sweep to the left side. Modis follows his lead blocker into a pile. Maybe a gain of 1 at best. You're looking at a 3rd and 5, don't it?
3rd and 5 coming up for the Bobcats. Second time they touch the ball in the second half. They need to get something going. If not, the Cougars can strike back real quick, and they're going to have pretty good field position by the way it looks if they get them 3 and out. Yeah, Pablo, it's the Royals over the Orioles, 4-1. They haven't been there since 1984. George Brett.
When George Brett lost his mind. A little bit too much pine tar, George. You know better.
Whatever. Here we go.
That's right. Split left. And they might have caught him offside. They got a free play. As the Bobcat quarterback launches it up the sideline. Stay in bounds.
No.
He may not have caught it. He's probably out of bounds.
But it's a free play, so they might get enough for the first down. We'll wait and see how short they are from the exact 5 yards.
I bet they give it to him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Paulo, I've had this before. I was refereeing a game, and it was offside, so I moved it 5 yards. Then it was offside again, so I moved it 5, and I said, first down. They go, hey, give me a measurement. Well, What?
Well, 5 plus 5 is 10. That's
Right.
last time I checked.
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's what I mean. It's 3rd and 5, but look, here comes the spot.
It looked like a short. That looked like some tiny steps right there. The shortest referee on the field marked it off.
Yardage results in a first down.
It looked like
They're gonna move those chains. Another first down being given to the Bobcats by a flag.
Another break.
Another break.
Yep, another break. Got
They
it
burn
away from the end
all
zone.
these breaks. It might. I mean, all this bending, it might break.
Wow. Cougars in a cover 2. Looks like they're secondary playing games, potentially blitzing up the middle in a 3-4 defense.
You got 3
They're gonna
receivers
back
and
up.
2 guys.
They're going to back up in a cover 2. That way the corners can stay short for his play just like this. And
He never signed that it was a backward pass. Never.
it didn't look like a backward pass to me, don't it?
No, it didn't.
It looked like at least a yard forward.
Yes.
A very mysterious call as the referees.
Again, receiver wasn't expecting the ball.
As the referees felt it was a lateral.
He wasn't even in position to make that call.
The screen to the right. A very
Look at the replay.
see if we can see what yard line he throws it on.
Do we have a replay?
Right on the yard line.
No, forward pass.
Right. Wow. Refs making a very, they gotta, they don't get a chance to see the replay like we did. The call was made just like that. Cougar ball.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10. This time they got 20 yards to go. Ball's being spotted at the 20-yard line of the Bobcats.
Motion across the formation, takes it to Twins right, hand out to Whiteside. He's going to be a read option. Quarterback keeps it, and that's the right. That's what the Bobcats are not doing, don't it? He read the defensive end. Defensive end went to Whiteside, so he kept it himself. It's Espinosa kept it himself, and they got the first down. They're going to move those chains and drop them chains.
It'll be 1st and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line for the Cougars, looking at quickly taking a 21-0 lead with only 4 minutes into the 3rd quarter. It was only 7-0, ladies and gentlemen. We started the 2nd half.
3 running back set, hands out to Whiteside. He bounces out the right. He's going to go in.
There's a holding.
There's a holding call. There's a touchdown for the moment, but I'm sure it's holding on the outside of the receiver.
When the kick gets up, it says what?
I know. What? No, like this, don't it? I didn't do it. I didn't touch anything. I'd never hold, ever.
Another flag against the Cougars, and ladies and gentlemen, by the way they're getting flags thrown against them, they're lucky they're up.
And I talked to Coach Sainz about that. It was really driving him crazy. In his words, football discipline, football common sense. There was a couple of plays, a couple of penalties where his players, he thought they should have known better, just period. And the penalties were driving him crazy. I talked to Coach Sainz earlier.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and goal, but the ball will be spotted at the 13-yard line now. So it's 1st and goal, 7:54 left in the 3rd. Cougars at the 13-yard line of the Bobcats.
Bobcats in a cover 2. I mean, the corners can stick around for anything short. And it's a run to it's going to be a keeper as he read the defensive end. Defensive end drifted outside with Whiteside, so that means to keep it. And in fact, he did for a solid gain of about 8. Yep, you're right about that, don't it?
So it'll be 2nd and goal, ball being spotted at the 5-yard line now. 7:35 and counting left in the 3rd.
Quick, no huddle, a bad snap, and a break by the Bobcats as he's going to take a huge loss. The ball basically rolled to him. He couldn't field it cleanly, and that's easily a loss of about 11, don't it?
So it's going to be now 3rd and goal, but from the 16-yard line. So
Bobcats continue to catch a break.
If you can hold them to no points, wow.
Or even a field goal try. 3rd and very long.
3rd and 16?
Trips right to the short side of the field. We have a late addition in the formation.
Did they huddle?
They did huddle, but
the guy's got his hand on the flag.
And they called a timeout because they knew. They knew, don't it?
They knew. Illegal substitute.
That's right. And that's a costly mistake for the coaching staff.
Let's take the time to thank the people making this possible for y'all to reach this at home. Once again, it's going to be Catch TV 17. That is KATS Channel 17, of course. KTBT Channel 4 at FridayCentral.com. Sports coming to you, bringing you the screening. Of course, due to UIL, you're not watching us right now. You're not watching the game. You're just hearing us due to UIL. We can't bring you the live video. We're bringing you the audio only. An hour after the game, you get to see, hear, and see the game. Being brought to you by FridayCentral.com. Right now, also special thanks going out to the ECISD board of trustees who made it possible by signing this contract with ValleyCentral.com. And of course, they put Cat TV together and support Cat TV, Martin Torres, Susan Smith, and all the crew there. That's our president, Juan Sani Palacio, the vice president, Dr. Martin Castillo, secretary Jaime Solis. Members are Jaime Chavana, Carmen Gonzalez, Robert Peña Jr., David Torres. Special thanks going out to Mr. Torres and Chavana for their service, 1 of 12, 1 of 8, and also our superintendent, Dr. Rene Gutierrez. Pablo.
Appreciate that rundown, don't it? Shotgun. He can throw it a post in the middle. And I don't know what happened at defensive back. I cannot explain how he played it. Bottom line with the pass was just throwing a little bit too far ahead. So we 4th and long. I don't know what that Bobcat defender was thinking, don't it? I don't know.
And here's a kicker coming into the game, and the ball is at the 16 and 10, 26 and 32-yarder, Pablo.
It is going to be
33.
Officially a 33. Julio, you going 33-yarder? 33-yarder. There you go. So that's the official word. Come from Julio. As he is like what, 20-something for 20-something?
Yeah.
The kick is up. It's definitely high enough. And it's field goal! Cougar!
So with 6:47, Bobcats, the only thing they're good about it is they were set on a 1st and goal for the 3-yard line, managed to hold them to only 3 points. So if anything positive for the Bobcats, that's it right now. Other than that, they're down now by the score of Edinburg North Cougars 17 and the Edinburg Bobcats 0. We still got 6:47 left in the 3rd.
Hey, we need to get Edinburg North. George Zamora! And actually, some good luck. He hurt us last time. And for the Bobcats, class of 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 91, 92, 94, 95, 2001, 2002, 2004.
You started at 84, 82?
Class of 82?
Yeah.
Who graduated then, don't it? You!
Just a reminder, celebrating their
All right, so here it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen, with 3:47 left in the 3rd quarter. The Edinburg North Cougars went 7 yards on one possession, and then went. They had it on a 1st and goal from the 3. Ended up kicking a 32-yard field goal to make it 17-0. That's where we're at right now at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Paul Osbury. What do you got there, Paulo?
For Edinburg High 12, Raymond Garcia, along with number 3.
Here we go. They break the formation for the kickoff. You have Diego Sanchez, who just kicked a good-looking 33-yard field goal. It could have been good for him to be about 50, in my opinion, kicking with the wind. As he's about to kick off, he hits a low line drive, a roller, fielded at the 30, and good job. Bobcat's going to get some excellent field position, as it was a low squib kick, fielded on the 2nd hop. Brought back to about the 41 or 42.
Yeah, they're going to spot the ball. Let's make sure we're at Paulo. We're probably looking at the 41-yard line, maybe the 42. Here comes the spotting of the ball, and that's where we're going to believe that's.
Don't know why
41-yard line.
Don't know why they kicked it like that, don't it? Squib kick, picked up cleanly on the 2nd hop, and Bobcats have some good field position. Twins left, twins right. As you're getting audible from the sideline, Diaz in the backfield. Mades alongside the quarterback Diaz, he's on his left hip. If you're the Cougars, it's strong right by virtue of the wide side of the field. As they're in a cover 3, in a 3-4, and quarterback going to keep it. There's your quarterback read. I don't know who he read. I don't quite understand the play. Loss of maybe half a yard.
Lost 1 yard.
Okay.
Spurs and the Edinburg High School Sergeantettes are going around these stands in the 3rd quarter, build up the boot.
All right, so now we're down, ladies and gentlemen, 6:20 and counting. That's the 3rd quarter. Bobcats, 3rd time they touched the ball. First time there was a backward pass they didn't know where about.
Right.
And it got, the first time was intercepted with 2 receivers not waiting for the ball. Second time it was a backward pass they weren't expecting, and they picked up the loose ball. That was the Cougars. So the Cougars have put 10 points on the board on this first 6 minutes of the 3rd quarter.
Tripped left, split right, and it's going to be a screen to the left, and they got some good blocking, and good job as some nifty blocking by the receiver. They did a cut block.
Oh, not a good spot.
Right, that's about lost. They said he lost. They gave him a yard. He had a yard more, don't it?
Yeah, he fell over the 50-yard line. They spot the ball right at midfield. So what's going to happen is going to give them a 3rd and less than a yard coming up.
3rd less than a yard. Don't have a quick screen to the left. Some good blocking and some hard running. Netted him 9 yards. Twins left, twins right. And then Tomades, he runs into an absolute pile of bodies. Nothing doing, probably a loss of a yard, don't it? And decision time.
Running with the ball.
I mean, no matter what, to me, something like that, ball, you got to
Contact, 23
make it
on
possible
bed.
and maybe roll him out or something.
I was just thinking that, Donnie. What you can do is do it, go to the outside, because you give either whoever's running the ball a chance to cut it upfield, use the momentum. But when you run headlong into the pile of bodies right there, it's not going to work.
Bobcats.
You know, I'm sure the Bobcats maybe it was something they saw. The coach saw. Bottom line, it didn't work. Fourth and short, and they're going to punt it.
Watch a hard count. Here we go.
Benitez.
It's going to be a 4th and 2, 4:47 left.
A lazy knuckleball is going to be hit at the 25, takes a Bobcat hop, and is going to go out at the 15. And the Cougars have the ball up 17-0.
Yeah, they're up 17-0, so with 4:38, it'll be Cougar football one more time. Terrible field position compared to just going 7 and the other time was 14 yards or something. So the worst field position of the third quarter for the Cougars. Third time they touched the ball, they came up with 7 on the first time, 3 points, and the second time they touched the ball. Here's the third time. They're going to start at their own 15-yard line. It is Cougar football tonight, coming to you from Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right, Paul Osbury. To my left, Mr. Eddie Cantu helping us with the stats. Great stats, Eddie. Thank you very much. So with 4:38 left, it's Cougars from Edinburg North 17, Bobcats from Edinburg 0.
Espinosa on the shotgun. He got Whitesides on his right hip. Twins right, split left. And he's going to hand it to Whitesides. Inexplicably, there's nobody on the edge as Whitesides run outside. 8 yards. A gain of 8 before he's even touched. There was not a single person on the edge for the Bobcat defense. I'm having a hard time understanding why you wouldn't have to have a single person there to potentially turn the run inside, don't it?
And again, pick up of 8 yards, second, and they gave him 7 second and 3 coming up. 4:14 left. It's going to be a quick third quarter, Paulo.
Twins right, split left. You're going to have a quarterback keeper. He's going to keep it himself. Espinosa's brought down.
Now they had somebody on the outside.
Yes, now they had someone charged.
They heard you, Paulo. They heard you.
Hopefully.
So it's going to be a loss, though. Call it 5 on the play. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 coming up, 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bobcats. 3:45 and counting left in the third quarter. It's still Bobcats 17, Cougar 17, Bobcats 0.
Cougars going from south to north, trips right on the wide side of the field, split left.
Pass in the middle.
Espinosa in the shotgun. It's going to be a quick screen to the right. Throws it into the ground. And the referees are acting like they don't know what's going on. That clearly was a forward pass.
Yeah.
Bobcats wish they'd give him the same break. But apparently not. Incomplete pass.
It will stop the clock with 3:31. And they have a 4th and 7 coming up, and they're in a punting formation. Saul Garza back to punt. He'll be punting from his own 10-yard. Well, Pablo now, apparently it was a good thing that the Bobcats, didn't go for it.
First of all, back up.
No, he's coming up.
I'm not. They did get the block. The Bobcats kick the ball, and they get the ball on a block punt. I did talk to the Bobcats earlier, and I asked them why they didn't have anybody back on the return. They said bluntly, they said, Paul, we're coming in for the block, and that's why. Because I wanted to know.
Good call apparently right now.
Apparently.
All right, guys. So with 3:18 left in the third quarter, the Cougars have put up 17 unanswered points on the Bobcats, but on a block punt, they brought everybody. I think 2 guys got to the ball.
They blitzed about 14 guys.
14 guys went on the blitz.
Catch it.
Ball. So with 3:18 left, it is Bobcat football, and it's going to be 1st and goal. They're dropping the chains, and they're dropping the chains.
Just straight up.
Yeah, straight up. So it's going to be a 1st and goal ball at the 5-yard line. Pablo, you got to go with anything forward. I mean, Cougar defense? It's a big game, ladies and
gentlemen. A little confusion.
These games are fun, man.
A little confusion in the Cougar secondary. Man-to-man at the top.
4, 3,
2, and they're going to hand out to Mares up the gut as he's still on his feet.
Down to the 1.
I'm sorry, Saul Ramirez runs tough down to the half-yard line as the Bobcat fans are on their feet on the visiting side of the stadium.
Have they gotten under the center?
3 yards on the carry will set up a 2nd goal from the 1.
What?
I mean, the quarterback.
No, they're still in a shotgun.
All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the half-yard line.
And we're ready for
did he move forward?
audible. They almost saw some movement, don't it?
Well, I did.
10 seconds left on the clock. You're going to have a handout to Mata. It's going to go right at the middle.
Oh.
I'm sorry, to Ramirez. Nothing doing it. Probably a loss of a yard, don't it?
Lost a yard.
Ball for the Bobcat. Initial contact.
Third and about
7.
2.
Joe Danini.
2 or 3.
Coming up 2:28. Mr. Cantu is going crazy on me, bro.
As we're waiting for a Bobcat, what would be a very rare score for the Bobcats, their offense, unfortunately for the season, has not really produced very many points. Opportunity, 3, there we go, under center, 3-man backfield. And there's your sweep to the outside. Cuts it back inside. Touchdown, Bobcats!
20.
So finally,
And the Bobcats are celebrating like they won the
here
Super
in
Bowl.
Edinburg.
Touchdown run.
And with 2:02 left, Paulo, you're killing me. Cut it out, man. I want to continue talking. 2:02 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. The Bobcats find the end zone to make it now. Edinburg North Cougars 17, Bobcats 6. Point after. Here we go, Paulo. Take us to it, buddy.
You have George Castillo.
Point would be number 80, Tristan
Gives his
Olivade.
mark to the holder. He's telling him,
They haven't done it all year. They don't know who's supposed to be in
all
there.
right, they don't know. Yeah, extra point. What is that, Coach?
At the hold of number 13.
Oh, that's where you kick after the score. I didn't know that.
Okay, here we go. Take us to it, Paulo.
Quarterback on the hold. It looks like a clean hold. It looks like a good kick. Extra point, Bobcats.
Yeah. Well, they need a field goal. They got a kicker.
2:02 left in
He
the
can
third
kick it.
quarter.
Yeah.
Cougars 17, the Bobcats
And
7.
17-7, Bobcats answer the call. As usually they let the phone dial and ring all night. They're up. They're down. 17-7, don't it?
Yeah, and then, Paulo, I mean, I'm glad you talked to the coaches on that because we were getting very frustrated.
I wanted to know why.
I wanted to know why.
Yes.
Why do we not have somebody back there too? And then when they did send somebody halfway, they got a good run back.
You're right about
So
that.
we're like, there's what you're supposed to be doing. But no, next time they all come in, all 14 guys blitz, they get a block punt, they get it at the 5, at the 7. At the 5, I'm sorry, they take it to the half-yard line. They lose 2 yards on second down, and on third down, they get into end zone to make it. Edinburg North Cougars 17, Bobcat 7, 2:02 left in the third.
And, you know, the reason that they brought the returner up because they wanted to be sound on a potential fake. But if you're coming with all your guys, you're taking a chance anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure by design, especially in quarter for the Bobcats, knows what he's doing apparently because they did block that punt.
Watch out.
Palacios,
Onside kick.
Armando Palacios on the block punt. He's already blocked. That's the second block punt of the year, I believe.
Whiteside
If he did it on a away game, I don't know, but
kicking off
he
for
did
the
block a punt
Bobcats.
for the win as they won 2-0
Jorge
a couple
Castillo.
of games earlier. And thanks to a very good special teams play by the Bobcats, now we're down only 77 points.
All right, 17-7. Here we go. 2:02 left in the third. Bobcats kicking off.
And it could be offsides. And the Bobcats doing an onside kick. It's a very well-designed play as the Bobcats appear to have recovered the onside kick. I thought it maybe had been offsides, don't it?
1st and 10, Bobcats.
But if you want to know if it was offsides, all you have to do is look at, you don't see a yellow flag. That
Yeah,
answers
so that
that.
means they weren't.
That means it wasn't
All
offside.
right, that's Coach Paul Osprey making the call. When the kids tell you something, you ask them, did they throw a flag? Then it would happen. Did they throw a flag? No. Well, then
Sir, it was holding, it was holding. Did the ref make a call? No, sir. Then I meant there was no holding.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, Bobcats. And now the Cougars are starting to look like Bobcats lately, and it's going to be 1st and 10. They're at the Cougar side of the field, 45-yard line.
Just right split left.
Here comes the pass.
Diaz
Here comes the pass.
in the shotgun.
After a turnover like that, hit him with a pass.
Matas, maybe. Cougars in a cover 2, expecting the pass. They're a little bit light on the run, but strong on the pass. And it is a pass.
I could have
He's
told
got time in the pocket. He has it up. He's got a man open. Oh, did he get there early? He may have blown out his. He blew out his knee, don't it? His knee is done.
Diaz pass, incomplete.
His knee is done. I hate to see that, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I
Number 7.
didn't mean to maybe talking to the mic. I wish that young man the best, but
it didn't look pretty, bottom line.
Right.
It doesn't look good. But
it hurts
again,
me.
it hurts all of us, Pablo, and it's sad, but he got hit and he's going one way and he gets taken the other way. And when his feet
I'm hurt
when
for
his
that guy.
feet fall down on the turf, he's been taken the opposite way. So hopefully everything's going to turn out right. But right now we're just talking, like Paul said, he apologized for maybe saying too much, but it just hurts, ladies and gentlemen, especially when not only when it's a kid from the valley or anywhere. You know, you hate to see that, but it hurts a little more when it's an Edinburg kid.
And don't on that last pass play, you have. Oh, he's up. Good to see he's up on his own feet.
Yeah. Wide receiver number 8, Jerry.
And what happened, Don, is you have the two receivers on the short side of the field. One of them's got to run a more inside route because they were too close to each other. The guy that was defending the other receiver,
the one that came and made
the one that came and made the tackle on him. So the Bobcat receivers need to run some better routes because they were too close to each other. One guy covered two guys.
Yeah, possibility of it getting intercepted is very high.
You worry about that?
Or them get hit around when you catch the ball the way they did. He almost came up with it. It came incomplete pass. It's 1:54 left. It's still Cougars 17, Bobcat 7. 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball at the 45-yard line off the Cougars.
Double twins. Quarterback keeper.
No.
He's going to go grind up the middle as we have a new quarterback, Efrain Borrego, coming in.
Pickup of 8.
Quarterback keeper himself, a pickup of 8 off the left side.
Coming up. Do you go for it 2 times, Pablo?
Absolutely. Bobcats going no huddle.
This guy's still
double twins. Cougars, just snapped the ball. Anyway, potentially could have caught the Cougars with 12 men on the field. At the Bobcats.
At least hard count, Pablo. You still got 15 seconds.
Getting the audible, twins left, twins right. We have a new quarterback, Efrain Borrego. Snap is up. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the left, bounce it outside, and he does.
Almost got it. Almost got it.
The Bobcat receiver needs to do a better job of blocking that defensive back. He's the one that came up and made that tackle.
Lost a half a yard.
No gain, not a loss.
4th and 3rd coming up. No gain on the play. Oh, again, 54 seconds left, 3rd quarter. It's Cougars 17, Bobcat 7. We got 45 seconds, ain't counting, left in the 3rd quarter. Cougars got 10 points on the 3rd quarter. Right now, Bobcats got their first 7 and looking at getting more right here. We have a 4th and 3 coming up.
Mares in the backfield, and it's going to be a bad snap again, which throws the timing completely off. I don't understand it. We've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, ladies and gentlemen, as the snap was way off, totally disrupted the timing of the play.
One more time, and I believe it's the 4th time that they're going to turn the ball over on down. Finally, when they get something going, manage to do some good things, and then come up short. So for the 4th time tonight, the Bobcats are turning the ball over on down, so it'll be 1st and 10. Edinburg North Cougar football, ball at the 39 for the Cougars, and we're down to 27 seconds left in the 3rd.
We've seen the Bobcats play here a couple times, and it appears to be a standard operating procedure. When Borrego's in there, you get some bad snaps. I don't understand it. Shotgun formation. He throws. It's going to be intercepted.
Intercepted by
he's got one man to beat. The quarterback, he makes a move, and he's on the 10. No, 5. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And that 15 and more on the, after the score, it was the Cougars just grabbed his face mask, and Cougars are very upset. We have a Cougar down in the end zone. We'll have an official timeout for that. For right now, ladies and gentlemen, after the Bobcats did not come through on a 4th and 3rd, the ball at the 40-yard line, 39-yard line, Bobcats trying to come up with a big a pass. It's intercepted, taken all the way from the 46-yard line, a 46-yard interception run back, and now it is all of a sudden Cougars 17, Bobcats 13, and looking at adding the extra point. We'll wait and see. Right now, let's just hope everything's good for the Cougar down in the end zone.
That was a very poorly thrown ball. When you have a receiver, he ran about 15 yards, a little comeback, you need to drill that ball in there, because if you lob it like that, then you give the defender a chance to make a play on the ball. That was too easy for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and Paul, we've talked about before, he always zipped it in there. He needs to maybe once in a while understand that a little touch on the football might be the best thing you should do as a quarterback.
Well, not in a route like that.
He always does.
Not in a route like that.
A running back? That's a running back down? That's a Cougar running back down, I believe. They think on the field. We'll wait and see. But for right now, we have a timeout. And again, players on the Bobcat side, the home players are telling them to take a knee.
On the kickoff.
And on that particular pass play, that was intercepted. When you have a receiver do about a 12 to 15-yard curl comeback, you need to zip the ball in there because he's coming back to you. And that ball mysteriously was really, lobbed. Really lobbed.
And I think that the receiver was kind of surprised that the defender came up with it because he tried to grab it and it was too late.
Well, you see that.
He went for the ball also.
Fortunately, unfortunately, in the NFL, you can tell the difference between a rookie and a veteran receiver because a veteran will continue to come back for the ball. And a rookie will stand there and let the defender come and pick it off, which you just had happen right there.
Exactly. And the thing is right there, what we're trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, you kind of become a defender when you know that, there's a danger of it getting intercepted. And then he made a good move on the quarterback, who's the only guy that could have gotten him. And then they caught up to him at the 3-yard line, just pulled his helmet, and flags were thrown. Here he is. He's up on his own again.
And I got to tell you, Donnie, even at Brewster, my receivers are coached up on a couple of particular pass routes that if the DB is potentially going to make a play, then you become the defensive back.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not going to catch the ball, but you make sure he doesn't catch it. And so we don't know why that pass was lobbed up. I expect Whiteside to be taking a break the rest of this game.
All right, Paul, take us to the point after. We're back to action here at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas, Paul Albury to my right, Eddie Cantu to my left. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a good ball game here at Edinburg Cat Stadium. It's right now, point after coming up with the Bobcats, 17-13.
Diaz on the hold. Castillo on the kick, looks good. Extra point, Bobcats. And we have ourselves a ball game.
And with 15 seconds still left in the third quarter, it is now the Edinburg North Cougars 17, Edinburg Bobcats 14.
And it took the defense to help the Bobcats put some points on the board. It doesn't matter who scores. What matters is the number on the scoreboard, don't it? Yeah. And it's 14-7. We have ourselves a good ball game. And the Cougars are playing unusually flat. And the Bobcats, you don't need to give them a spark because they're ready to get fired up. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Like we mentioned before, you throw stats, you throw record, you throw everything out the window. This is just crosstown rival, and it's a little pride, a little extra on these games. It doesn't matter what the record is or what the stats are or who's supposed to win. So another thing, Pablo, Bobcats are kicking from the 45-yard line of the Cougars. Maybe another onside?
Oh, why not? If not a proof kick.
Be careful.
I mean, why not? There's no need to blast it in the end zone because you're so close. This way you take advantage of a much shorter kick, maybe a higher kick, or even another onside kick. Why not?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in the first half of this football game, there were 7 points put up by both teams. In the third quarter, there's been 24 points put up.
Cougars are ready for it, and they brought they have 10 guys basically within 15 yards of the ball.
They all can handle the ball.
And it doesn't look, and they have nothing but ball handlers up there. I don't think it's a good time for an onside kick, at least that type of kick.
Yeah.
I'd say just tap it to the left or to the right. And he pounds it into the end zone. I do not understand that kick.
So they'll start at the 25-yard line, and it's going to be first and 10 for the Edinburg North Cougars. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, there were 7 points scored in the first quarter of the first half, and that was it. Now we have 24 points on the board, and it's 10 by one team, 14 by the other team. We have a 17-14 ball game with 15 seconds left in the third quarter. It'll be the Edinburg North Cougars going from the south to the north. They'll be starting at their own 25-yard line. Pablo,
that one hurt my mind. Don't it? The Bobcat kicker could have easily kicked it differently, but he didn't. So Cougar ball runs to the outside. We have a defensive end. Takes advantage of the play. 33. We have Robert Perez on the run as Whiteside apparently is not coming back in.
A loss of 1 yard, so it's going to take us to the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Edinburg, Texas, Edinburg Cat Stadium. Some 6A football here. It's crosstown rivals, Edinburg North Cougars against the Edinburg Bobcats. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we got 12 minutes left in this ball game. It's a whole new ball game. It is right now Edinburg North Cougars 17, Bobcats 14. Pablo,
we got ourselves a good one, don't it? And the score is what it is. It's a close game, as we said. This is Texas A&M. It doesn't matter if they're both ranked first in the country and 1,000th in the country. It doesn't matter because when you have a Texas A&M or a Cougar Bobcat game, expect them to be playing with their hearts. And it looks like even though the Bobcats are down by 3 points, it appears the Bobcats have the momentum.
All right, momentum on the Bobcat side because of the last 14 unanswered points.
Second and long, Bobcats playing in a cover 3, man-to-man at the top. They're going to hand it off. Whiteside is back in the game, and he's even limping while running hard. He could be missing both of his legs. He'll still be running hard. Whiteside's on a run to the right side.
All right, to pick up 3 yards, so it's going to bring up a big 3rd and 7. You want to keep the momentum, Pablo? You better do it right here.
That's right. If you're going to punt the ball to the Bobcats, they're feeling real good about themselves. At the Bobcats, let me study their defense.
Now, field position, you do not go after the punt, Pablo. Let's get a little run back.
I agree.
All right, we'll wait.
3-4, strong left.
First, they got to hold them. I'm sorry, Pablo.
Cover 2 means the corners are sticking around for the short pass. And there it is. There's your short pass. And there's your corner. Comes up and makes a tackle because there's no need to worry about the deep ball as he was going to have a safety over the top.
They're short by 2 yards. Call it a 4th and a long 2.
Punter comes out to the field.
Punter comes out to the field. Again, Paulo. There comes the guy. They're going to send one back, I guess.
And Bobcats are in a cover 2. What that means is the 2 safeties have deep, and the 2 corners can cover anything short. And so that another they can be aggressive, though. They're not worried about the guy getting behind him. And as you saw on that play, he did catch it, but he got tackled immediately.
Hold your ground.
Bobcats may be coming with it, at least kind of on a semi-block. I did talk to Coach Escobar about that. They said, if not the block, at least we want to pressure the punter. A knuckleball that's got nobody back there, and I don't care what anybody says. I do not understand it, don't it? That makes no sense to me. I have to call it. It is what it is.
All right, so it's going to be, once again, nobody back. They didn't go for the block either. So, I mean, exactly. We don't understand it. 10:28 left in this ball game. It's the Bobcats getting the ball for the 4th time, Mr. Cantu. Am I right?
Mr. Todo.
3rd or 4th. Yeah. 6th time already touching the ball. Good job, Mr. Cantu. So we got a 1st and 10 Bobcat football at their own 25-yard line. We got 10:28 left. Cougars 17, Bobcats 14.
Bobcat twins right, twins left. Quarterback option, going to keep it himself. Should have pitched it a long time ago, but Angel Diaz decided to keep it himself.
1 yard.
And maybe 1 yard at best, don't it? If Angel Diaz needs to do a better job of reading that defensive end.
Number 5, Hector Garza.
Quarterback back.
They got Diaz back in there, so maybe the Bobcat coaches heard us when Borrego's back there. Expect a back. Diaz is back in there. Trips left to the wide side of the field, split right. You got Olivares at the top all by himself. Cougars in a cover 2.
Watch number 5.
Soft on the run, strong on the pass. This is perfect for a screen to the left. If they can see it, maybe hopefully that's the audible. And it's going to be a run up the middle. And the Bobcat offensive lineman getting in the way of the running back, a gain of 2 at best.
Yep. Big 3rd and 7. Cougar defense can come up big right here, which they have for the last 3 years, Paulo, and get the ball back to their offense. We'll wait to see what's going to happen. On the other hand, Bobcat offense finally waking up and putting 14 points on the board in the 3rd quarter. They could get their momentum going even more. They're playing them tight.
Bobcats in a 3rd and 7, like you said. Trips right to the short side of the field and split left. It's going to be a pass. He's going to throw a man-to-man, and Murillo,
drop. Intercepted and drop.
He runs a quick slant. If the pass was on target, he wouldn't have gotten the first down anyway. Go through Murillo's hands, all intercepted. And just
getting frustrated, Pablo. But explain that one. Why throw a pass where you know he's getting help to the inside? You had a defender on him. You had 2 more coming to help him. And it's a 5-yard pass, and you need 7 for the first down.
I don't quite understand it, don't it? Because of the receiver, if you're going to run a slant, spread him out even more and make the receiver go upfield first and cut inside. You got the defensive back on his heels. I don't understand. Fake punt. It's going to go absolutely nowhere. And the Bobcats are taking a chance. And they have the punter, one of the slower guys in the field, ran right up the middle, and it didn't fool anybody. And another mysterious call by the Bobcats. And Cougars have some excellent field position.
Oh, my God.
Trying to hold back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Cougar ball on the Bobcat 26. Just having a hard time understanding some of these calls. Of course, we're not on the field where I'm sure quarterback's up here. But some of it just flat out doesn't make sense to me.
Should I go after Coach Salas? Tuned in.
Raul Salas, Longoria. Owes me another lunch. Brewster played Longoria. Beat him easily. 8th grade B at Brewster. Brewster Longhorn picking up the W against Longoria last week.
Hey, Pablo. Now, 3 points won't help you here, will it?
Well, it will if the game's over. But with a quarter and a half.
I'm not even going to say nothing, Pablo. I set up myself.
You asked me a question, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. 8:25 left in the ballgame. Cougar football. Here they come.
Blitz. They're going to get to the quarterback. smack as he lets the ball go. And a great catch. I tell you what, that is a real good catch.
And pass.
Yes, hit him in the hands.
Number 21.
Yes, sir. Good catch by Ubaldo Pequeño. He runs the same route that the Bobcats ran, except a better route and a better throw.
Everything move
those chains and drop them chains.
All right, so it'll be first and goal for the Edinburg North Cougars at the 8-yard line. 8 minutes left in the ball game.
Cougars and a Twins right, split left. Bobcats coming with a blitz, and they run right into the blitz. That should have gone nowhere. I don't know how.
Touchdown, Cougars!
He ran right smack a dab into the blitz. Next thing you know, you have number 8 pops out through the outside, breaks it outside the line.
Cougar!
Touchdown, Donut. He ran right into the blitz, and I don't understand how.
Decline?
That penalty is declined.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Bobcats got breaks. Took advantage of 2 of them. Went on a fake punt from their own 25, all on their side. That's way short. It was Cougar football. 3 plays later, it's touchdown Cougars. So with 7:56 left, point after coming, Pablo.
Oh, it's gonna be
fake.
It's gonna be a fake. This time the Cougars faked themselves out. As it was a planned fake. I see the Pequeño coming across the formation. The problem was the Bobcats came in for a block and were there and took care of that business. I'm still in shock on that fake punt, Donut. You have
all the momentum in the world on your side.
I'm not saying not to run a fake punt, but I am saying either sneak a more athletic guy back there as your punter, or don't fake it, because that fake punt was going to go nowhere fast.
Nowhere. Nothing ever happened.
Too slow. Maybe 4th and 1, and we had our chance, don't we? We should have not moved those chains, but we missed it. Flip them chains. We missed it, though. We got to get better. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're a little slow on the ball up here as well, but just having a hard time on some of the calls made here tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 7:56 left. That's almost 8 minutes left in the game. A lot of time left. Remember, we only had 7 points Pablo scored in the first half. Then we had 24 scored in the third quarter. Now we have 6 scored in the fourth quarter. So the scoring has been going, nothing, then going again.
A little bit live all of a sudden.
So you never know what's going to happen. Once again, we're at 7:56 left in the ball game. It's Edinburg North Cougars 23, Bobcats 14.
Oh, okay, Diego Sanchez.
Onside.
It's a high, short kick, going to be fielded cleanly at the 24. Turns it around, goes backward, hang on that ball. Return
to the 25
by Alvarez to the 25-yard line.
Number 8, Jerry Zaya.
So with 7:51, the Bobcats will take over at their own 25-yard line. They'll be going from the south to the north. We have 7:51. It's the Cougars over the Bobcats, 23-14. 7:51 left. Pablo, if you're going to do something, you better do it here.
Yeah, you better. You don't need Edinburg North.
I don't think you'll get 3 positions.
You have to answer.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get 3 positions.
Twins left, Twins right. Diaz in the backfield in the shotgun alongside Mares. And it's going to be a handout to Mares. The Bobcat offensive line got no movement on the defensive line. And no gain on it.
He lost that. Well, they gave him a good spot at the 25. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up for the Bobcats.
Cougars have made an adjustment. Mares was getting some hefty yards earlier in the first half as the Cougars have adjusted to Mares running up the gut, because I think they figured out that Diaz is going to make turn
to the 25.
Alvarez to the 25-yard line.
Number 8, Jerry Zaya.
So
15 on the late hit.
No, I think horse collar.
Pushed out of bounds. There's flags on the play, though.
I think
it's going to be on the ball. It's going to be against the Cougars.
Yeah.
Tack on an extra 15.
I think he got his helmet. Yeah, horse collar. So it's going to give him another 15 yards, and it's going to
move those chains.
And it's got to be frustrating for Coach Sainz right there. I mean, as an ex-defensive coordinator, they were looking at a 3rd and long, 8 coming up. Instead, it's 1st and 10. Edinburg Bobcats, and they're 44-yard line. That's their own 44-yard line. They're going from the south to the north. We got 7-11 left in this ball game.
Great screen shot by Cat TV. Got Diaz in the backfield with Mares. Double twins on both sides. Means 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. And you got Diaz with 10 seconds left on the clock. Got a little bit of time. They'll get it off. He's making more of an adjustment. 4, 3, 2, 1. And they just get it off. And it looked to me like they were going to fake the screen to the right. The problem was none of the Bobcat receivers were there to carry out the fake screen. And that was a very poorly designed play, don't it? He faked the screen, except the receiver didn't even act like they were going to get the screen.
There was 0 seconds left, and it's like, to me, it's going to be some play that they haven't ran or something, and it's just a play that takes forever to develop.
It's like faking the run, except the running back wasn't even there. I mean, it's not going to fake anybody out.
Yeah.
Trip here we go. Right side.
11.
Right side of the field. No, sir. My bad, brother. And it's going to be a rollout to his right as he's going to throw it over everybody. And again, you have
a catch, interception, Cougars.
2 Bobcat receivers in the exact same area. I cannot explain it, ladies and gentlemen, because you have 2 Bobcat receivers ended up in the exact same spot. I can cover both of them, and the Cougars have themselves an easy pick. And the offensive coordinator needs to readjust his routes because one guy can cover 2 guys on that.
Yeah. So it's going to be Cougar football down to 6:05. And Pablo, I mean, I'm going to make a call if they score again.
Really? You're going to call her?
I'm going to call her, especially if they pick up 3 first downs.
Replay on Cat TV.
Here we go, Pablo. 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line.
Twins right to the short side of the field, split left.
He's telling this white side, hey, block me that guy. That's all I need.
Just, you guys block it because they're going to give me the ball. And sure enough, hand off to Whitesides. He bounces it out to the left, cuts it back to the middle, takes a hit at the gain of about 5. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 coming up. We're down to 5:50 now. The clock going against the Bobcats also.
Whitesides clearly Energizer Bunny as he takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Come up the field for a breather. Shotgun formation for Espinosa. Twins left to the wide side of the field, split right. Twins right, split left. Some audibling going on. Espinosa gonna get the ball, hand it off. There's a big hole. Got tripped up at the line. Falls forward for about 6.
Yeah,
and they're gonna
5.
Move those chains.
Moving the chain. That's 1 power. They get 3. It's over. So we're down to 5:20. They'll start the clock once they set the change. Here goes the clock. We're under 5:18. I'm surprised the Cougars tend to play in with 25 seconds. They can still take off. We'll see if they wait the 25 seconds.
Twins right, split left. Christian Espinosa in the shotgun. 2 running back set. A lot of audible going on. They appear to be talking to the fullback. I'm sure they're telling him where to go block because it's going to be a run. And there's your right. You had that conversation as he follows his lead blocker, that fullback we were talking about earlier, for a gain of 7, maybe 6.
Okay, we'll call it 6. We'll call it 7 for you, Pablo. It'll be a very good run by the Cougars. Time went off, almost 25 seconds. So we're down to the 2nd and 4 coming up, and we're about at 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in this ball game. It is now the Cougars from Edinburg North 23, Bobcats from Edinburg High 14.
Twins right, split left. I'm just counting not enough guys on the line. I don't know. Maybe I saw. Anyway, it's just rolled out to the right. Espinosa turns the corner and probably had enough for the first down.
For the
quarterback keeper to the right.
They need to get to the 39 and a half. They're pointing at the 39.
I think there's a flag.
Flags on the plate.
All right, we're
it's probably holding. Julio, we got holding. All right. Makes the no call. Keeps his record a perfect 22 for 22.
Cougars. Is that a personal? Did he go here or here?
There you go.
Here comes the call. They're explaining the call. The coach signs there here on the near sidelines. 4:14 left, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars are trying to put this game away. It'll be a big win because they'll go to 2-1 in district.
All right, a lot of discussion going on by the ref. They just finished talking to the Edinburg North coaches, and now I think they're trying to figure out where the spot is going to be. Coach Escobar is begging him, instead of marking off 10, mark off about 20, but they're not going to do that.
Here's the play. Personal foul.
Personal foul, 15.
Number 68.
Julio making the call. Just give it to him, 23 for 23.
Made second down.
4-14, Bobcats get again.
Against the Cougars, will set them back 15 yards.
Get another break, Bobcats.
Another break, Pablo, but again, what's going on here, it is the clock going against them. So now it's going to be 2nd and 16 coming up for the Cougars.
Bobcats defense catches a break. They're in the cover. It's in a soft cover too. I mean, they're soft on the run and strong on the pass, as there's a second and very long.
Under 4 minutes.
And you have Justin Guerra in the backfield. Shotgun, handed out to Justin. He bounces it outside to the left, and there's not enough room. And he's going to be tackled. Maybe a gain of 4 or 5 makes it about 3rd and about 11.
Should have gone out of bounds, but he went out of bounds and stopped the clock. A favor to the Bobcats. And that's what you talk about, Paulo. I mean, with all due respect to the coach, you got to tell these kids, hey, we're up by 9 points. We want to run the clock, pick up a few first downs, so there's an opportunity. Do not go out of bounds. You know, another flag.
And the Cougars, how many penalties you got there, Donut, so far?
They're in the play.
Yes, sir. Everything. What you got?
How many does this have, flags?
6 this half already. And we're just in the 3rd quarter.
The first one was 7, up to 13 flags.
Oh, my gosh.
Here we go. 2nd and Las Milpas. 2nd and 26.
My gosh. My gosh. 2nd and Encino if you're going north.
Here comes the screen this way.
Whitesides. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper as he gets a good,
12 yards.
Now, the reason they ran Whitesides out there was to vacate one or more of the linebackers.
Go that way.
And in fact worked as he gets a nifty gain up the middle. They needed 26 and they only got about 13.
So it'll be 3rd and 14, 3rd and coming up for the Cougars. 3:17, the clock going against the Bobcats. And quickly they started with 6 minutes. Half the time has gone off the clock. And with the flag, they've just been going up and down in the same area of the field. Here we go, 3rd and 14 coming up. Under 3 minutes left in this ball game. It's still Cougars 23, Bobcats 14.
Cougars in a T formation. I mean, the quarterback got running to the back on both sides of his hips. It's going to be a quick screen to the right. There you go. Now he turns it back inside. The problem is he cuts it all the way back across the formation. Why are you taking the inside fake? I am just in amazement. Touchdown, Cougars! As the Bobcat defender continues to take the inside fake. I don't know who's coaching those young men. Do not take the inside fake. And it results in a wild play that goes back across both sides of the field. Bottom line, it's a touchdown for the Cougars. And for the life of me, I do not understand how a Bobcat defender could accept the inside fake and allow him to get outside. I'm going to throw my pin. Here it goes.
All right, so with 2:35 left, I think Ollier just got taken out of the Bobcats on that play. They had him on a 3rd and 14, and they had him for maybe a pickup of 2 yards. Turned around, went completely opposite the other way of the field, picked up a few blocks. All the Bobcats were on this side. Next thing you see, there's about 6 Bobcats laying on the turf, and you have a Cougar running on the far sideline, cuts through the middle, and goes in for the score. And I believe that was about a 56-yard run. And he might have ran at another 30 sideways, so he came this way and then went all the way to the sideline, then cut it back into the inside. So he probably ran about 80 yards.
I'd say 100 yards on it. You're right about that. And I'm just having a hard time. You know, as a coach, you know, certainly not trying to be overly critical of either team, but a basic technique, don't it? As we know, we talked about it every week, every game, is that when there's a play going outside, priority 1 is don't allow the play to get any more outside. Turn the run inside at least. And the Bobcat defense continually on that play let the run get outside. He cuts back, and they let him outside again on the other side of the field. And there's your touchdown.
All right, so with 2:35 left, the score has changed once again. Now it is Edinburg North Cougars 29. Edinburg Bobcats 14, 2:35 left. Point after coming up, Paulo. Take us to the point after, Paulo.
Diego Sanchez set up for the kick. Michael Cantu on the hold.
At the hold of number 22, Michael Cantu.
Looks like a good snap. And the kick looks pretty good from here. Extra point, Cougars.
All right, so I'm going to make the call, Pablo. I'm going to Bill. Open the gate, Bill.
Oh, you already, yeah?
Yeah. Tell Bill Raiders to open the gate.
From
Here's the replay. Here's the replay. Look at that.
Coming across the formation and watch him get outside. You have a guy there. Mysteriously, he lets him get outside. We got some baseball updates here in the playoffs. Got Donato Salinas, former standout pitcher, going to give us some baseball updates.
Get this update, man. They were down 5-1, 4-1. Now it is 5-5. Baltimore coming back on the Kansas City Royals. So in the top of the 7th, it's got, okay, we got a runner on first and a runner on third, and it is 5-5. I'll knot it up. Thank you.
Appreciate the update.
All right, that's an update from the American League finals.
Don't it? I gotta say it. Okay, it is what it is, and I go all the way down the list.
You're gonna say it?
Junior high football, Brewster Longhorns, don't it? If a play gets outside of my guys and my defense, don't it? I am respectfully asking my guys what happened. All right.
Hey, Paul. I mean, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just. Even at my level, even little Brewster junior high football, it is unacceptable that a play would get outside my outside linebackers. It is unacceptable.
Yeah. Cougars flag 13 times for 70, 140 yards, and even then, they come up and score 30 points.
And you've got to give credit to the Cougar running back for running at least 100 yards.
Yeah.
You know, he found a way. Yeah. Cougars have found a way to get up. And it is a high, short kick. It's going to hit the ground. And the Bobcats stand there.
Oh, he came up with it. I don't know how, but he did. I do not know how.
And he decided to get up off the ground as if it's the NFL.
And here we go.
That should be on the Cougars. Cougars losing their temper. That's got to be on the Cougars.
Well, it's going to be easier to lose it when you're up by 16 points with 2 minutes left, Paulo.
A very short kick, and the Bobcats allowed that to hit the ground. And the Cougar returners flew by, almost returned it. Bobcat guy hops on it. And the Cougars a little extracurricular. I would bet this is on the Cougars.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Here comes the call. We're going to wait for the call, but it'll be 1st and 10 with 2:34 left in this ballgame. Bobcats have the ball on their own side of the field. That is the 32-yard line, 2:34 left. It's Edinburg North Cougars 30, Bobcats 14. Special thanks going out to Cats TV. That is KATS Channel 17, of course. ValleyCentral.com, that's KGBT Channel 4 Sports. Shout out going out to Lee and Joe Bowling. Hey, how y'all doing?
On the Bobcats.
Now it's going against the Bobcats.
They're going to catch the second guy that swings. You know,
they're going to offset.
No, they're moving back.
After the play, dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. On the receiving team, number 15. 15 yards.
And all I can say, Donnie, is I hope the Bobcats are going to probably have to air it out. And I would wish they would not send two receivers to the same spot, as that's too easy to cover, don't it?
All right, here we go. Look at that picture, man. Hey, you like it, Mr. Cantu? That's pretty good.
Looking at the Cats TV doing a great job. Martin Doner's got these kids, these student athletes doing a great job. Twins left, twins right. Bobcats on the shotgun. And it's going to be a pass. He hits him in the flats. It is caught. A nice little 5 and out. Going to net him a gain of about 4.5, don't it?
Yeah, they gave him
and gets out of bounds.
And gets out of bounds. Stop the clock with 2:29. So it's now going to be a 2nd and 6. You're right, Paulo. 4 yards on the play. It'll stop the clock. 2:29 left. It's still Edinburg North Cougars 30. Edinburg Bobcats 14.
Trips right, split left. Quarterback Diaz. He's going to stay in the pocket. He's got some time. He's got a man open in the middle. Olivares this time comes back for the ball.
Yeah.
Very good route and a good pass. And they're going to move those chains.
They needed 6 on the play. Picked up about, I would say, at least 18 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Bobcats ball being spotted just short of the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Bobcats 2:18 left.
Good job, Bobcats, not having two receivers in the same spot. As Olivares comes back for the ball. Twins left, twins right. He's in the pocket. He got a man open in the flats. And that should have been intercepted.
And taken all the way. There was nobody near
Adrian Ortiz. And that's why he's a defensive back. Adrian Ortiz.
Anybody know this Ortiz related to the Ortiz we had 2 years ago, Vicente?
I don't know, nobody was more upset than that young man as he had an easy pick 6.
Yeah, it made it look like his brother.
Very glorified.
He looked like him. It'll stop the clock with 2:06. Pablo left. We have a 2nd and 10 ball at the 33-yard line.
Bobcats trips left, split right. A low snap. He throws it in the middle. Interception, Cougars. He may run it in. He's got some blocking. The flags. 10.
Flags.
The 5. Touchdown.
Oh, he's going to get flagged. He flipped over. He made a flip when he scored. It's going to come back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a terrible block on the far side of the field at the 38, 37-yard line.
He had Bobcats, had John Murillo wide open
now,
on the 15-yard curl.
We have a flag, so it'll come back 10. And now, does that flag for the celebration bring him back another 15?
If it was that post, they could go. Theoretically, it could be a 25-yard penalty, Don.
All right, here we go. We'll wait and see. That's going to be over 200 yards of penalties, man. So, wow. We'll wait and see what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we have 1:52 left in this ball game. Hopefully, there's going to be some knees being taken if they get one first down at least. Because if they go 45 seconds, they're going to have to run, maybe get a first down. But let's see what they're going to step off. Like Paul said, this could be a 25-yard penalty, and that might take the Cougars over 200 yards, Paulo, of flags. Here comes the call. All right, here we go.
We had 2 fouls on the play. We had 1 unsportsmanlike on the return. That penalty is declined. The second foul, block in the back. Number 3, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st and 10, north.
All right, so here we go. There goes a 10. Oh, that's it, 15?
Yeah, looks like
the Jumbotron, we have pictures.
It looks like it wasn't a post-possession foul. They're going to take the first one, the bigger of the 2.
They will be performing
and if you want to call that a break.
Next week, they
didn't do nothing, Paul, because they didn't count that one. They didn't give them the celebration.
Yeah, that one should have been tacked on as well, don't it?
Yeah, and I don't think they cared about it because, I mean, he called both calls.
Bobcats threatening to come on the blitz. Twins left, twins right. Going to hand it out right up the middle. He's going to keep it himself in the read option. Very good read.
They need a 10. He picked up about 11, so they're going to
move those chains.
All right, we got to take a knee now, Paulo. That's enough, man.
Perfect 6-0 record. They will be playing the Lady Raiders of PSG.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball being spotted at the 16-yard line. We're down to 1:37, 1:35, and counting. Paulo, there's no need to run plays, man. But it's, I mean, you never know. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like if it's going to be a Cougar victory, a Cougar much needed after they got defeated by the score of 42-0 in the PSJ area last week. So this will put them at 2-1. And they're in the hunt for the playoffs one more time. This will be, bad snap. Oh, went off the quarterback and straight into the running back.
It's going to result in a. And how does he let him get outside? And inexplicably, Bobcat defender could have easily corralled him for a 15-yard loss. But again, they let him get outside. I'm not getting on that player. I'm just saying technique-wise, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So we'll see what they're going to do here, but it is going to be, I'm pretty sure, against the Cougars, and they're over 200 yards. Although, and again, they still got 4 games left in the district. But if you want to go to the playoffs and win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs, you got, I mean, it's been happening all year, man. These flags, there's no way you can do that against a decent team.
You heard about that, don't it?
Flags, here we go. Holding.
That's no fine. Block in the back. Offense 78. 10 yards from the previous spot.
All right, why don't we take a knee? We got 1:03 left, ladies and gentlemen, here at Edinburg Cat Stadium. I'm Donald Salinas. To my right is Paul Osbury. To my left, Mr. Eddie Cantu, Mr. Everything.
Mr. Todo.
So we're going to have, here we go. Here we go with the knee, ladies and gentlemen. We're under 1 minute. They're going to take, Bobcats are offside. Don't throw a flag, please.
And we are going to have.
He's offside. Yeah, he's got the hand on the flag.
In the neutral zone.
Take the knee.
Adam Mercy did not throw the flag.
All right, run. No. All right, we don't need it. We're 1 second away from a bit different. Yes, 32, 31, 32. Oh, my God. Who's got the play clock?
Leo Reyes.
Oh, my God. So they have to set the ball one more time. I'm sure they will take a knee, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 20 seconds, 19 and counting. So it's going to be a final, ladies and gentlemen, from Edinburg Cat Stadium. Big game for the Edinburg Bobcats and the Edinburg North Cougars. And coming up victorious, it's going to be the Edinburg North Cougars coming up with a huge win. Bobcats had their chances, came up short 4 or 5 times on a 4th down play. So from Edinburg Cat Stadium, it is the Edinburg North Cougars 30, Edinburg Bobcats 14. So it's Donut, Paul, and Eddie saying good night.
Get it, Board of Trustees.